go to work on the SD at 4 in the morning. The thing about riding early in the morning like this is that there's nobody out on the road, and you could go a little bit faster, but it is 32 degrees and I wasn't really ready, so I don't have my heated gear. I'm not a morning person, so I guess in the morning I want to be nice and warm. But today I was like leaving the Prius, I was hearing a noise, and then down the road I realized that it had a flat tire, so turned around, went home, got this ST, then here I am. This is a specifically dangerous time here because at around 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, you're going to get a lot of people who are also groggy like you, and sometimes they run the reds. The reds are blinking at this time of the hour, and of course everybody's just speeding. Look at those headlights. These are yield. You have to be very careful. Lane to lane, and then I mean, it's a lot faster than the Prius, that's for sure. Yeah, Angry D was involved in an accident. Pretty crazy accident, I might add. I saw a little bit of the live stream, and he showed that crash, and I thought, okay, that was an old crash. But apparently, you know, I didn't like watch the live stream. I watched it afterwards, and apparently that happened, I don't know, last week, and it was a crazy crash. He should be glad that he didn't get killed or severely hurt. So what happened is that he's riding to work, and some guy, I guess, intentionally like got in his way. You know, I think he saw him coming in the mirrors. He's like, oh, I'm going to teach him a lesson. This guy is whatever. And a lot of people, I was reading the comments are mostly positive, I might add. Even in the Moto Madness thing, where they usually play these clips and stuff. A little bit wide there, but that's fine. Most of the comments of the Angry D thing were positive, but he's got a lot of people that don't like him, and a lot of it is to do with the riding style, you know, like the going in and out of traffic and that sort of thing. But the guy that intentionally got in his way, some people say it's as much Angry D's fault as it is him. Like, I disagree. It is completely the car's fault. Look, you could be doing something illegal, you could be speeding, but if somebody intentionally hits you, that doesn't matter. That's their fault. You can't take the law into your own hand. Look at these light bars on these trucks, man. At night, people have crazy lights. This is where there's the ice. I need to turn on the high beams. Gonna slow down here. Right here, man, you can see so well with these high beams. I don't know why there's always water here, but I'm ready to move to the other side. Right about here. I think, oh yeah, you see that? Right there. Always water over there. And morning, you have to watch out for people behind because they will hit you from behind. A motorcycle is just so small that people are not paying attention to it. You know, everybody's thinking there's going to be a car. And, you know, there's always the guys. I remember a guy that was making fun of me because online I said, yeah, I'm not into riding at night. And he was like, oh, the best part about riding is riding at night. So awesome. Back to Angry D, like he crashed hard. And apparently that was his first big crash ever, I guess. But he survived and his gear survived, which was amazing. Like, there was really not much wrong with it. His bike survived. I mean, that thing is fixable, and it was a horrific crash. I mean, that wasn't a little crash. You know, sometimes people drop their things going around like a 20-mile-an-hour corner or something. He was going full blast, 70, 80 miles an hour, and as he's swerving to kind of like going between cars, a car just like side swipes him and he hits it. Yeah, and I think he knows that everybody's going to give him a hard time. I think he's too confident in his riding. You know, I'm taking the CDL class for the school, and they talk about something that I even talk about with motorcycle riding. When you get too comfortable, that's when you get into accidents, because you let your guard down. You know, it's not like that's the reason it happened. Somebody intentionally did that. That feeling of having a frozen hand is back. I recognize that so much from riding. Winter commutes, freezing, my brain freezing sometimes. Riding in the track, I think a lot of people think, oh yeah, riding in the track is going to improve my riding on the street, and the problem is that just a little bit. It'll help you understand the machine, but it gives you a false sense of security, because then you think, oh, wait a minute, I can go around at this speed, and you know the grip. But in the street, there's like many conditions. It's not a controlled sort of environment, so you get a lot of guys coming from the track and kind of riding at the same speed on the street, and I think that's a recipe for disaster. Being too comfortable with the bike, being too comfortable with the speed. Track days are great to do. They're fun, but they're a means to an end. To me, I don't know, I got bored of riding on the track. Not only that, but it's very expensive, and the people that you usually meet at a racetrack, they're all like super wealthy. And the one thing I always tell people is that when, you know, the motorcycling is a great equalizer, because no matter how much money you have, it's not going to help you in your riding skills if you're not willing to put in tons and tons of time. I think a lot of motorcycle riders, they have the idea that being fast equals being good, but I don't think that's the same thing as just being a good rider. Being a good rider's got so much to it. I'm gonna park here, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Yeah, this type of commute is so different. Getting up at 4 something and then leaving the house at 5 just to get here. Morning commutes, they're not for me. I mean, I really hate them. I'm groggy. And you know what happened is I got to work to the depot and my coffee was just spilled all over my bag. It's funny that when you watch Angry D, his commutes are very high speed and through the city on the highway. When I was commuting to DC, it's not on the highway, it's just like little back roads going into Washington, and now it's cutting through the richest part of Montgomery County in the suburbs. This guy's passing people. What is this guy doing? Look at this idiot. Oh my god, look at this guy. Well, that's the end of the ride for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the ride. And to Angry D, heal up quickly and get back on that horse and start making some more videos. I love the content. And I will see you guys on the next ride. Thanks for coming along. Bye.